Hello everybody. This is another road video. I did this yesterday, the 25th of June, 2014. I have a GoPro camera hooked to the rear view mirror. We turn left just then on Carwin Road. I have a GoPro camera hooked to the rear view mirror of this truck. If you've watched these YouTube videos, you know that I do quite a few of these road trip videos. I like doing them because I like watching them. They're real easy to do because you don't have to do a lot of editing. The only thing, you either put music behind it or come back into the computer room and do a voiceover, and that's what I'm doing. This voiceover is from my room. Other than that, they're fairly easy to do. And as I've told you before, I enjoy these videos. In fact, most of the videos that I watch on YouTube are road videos. Here lately I've been in northern Norway, watching some road videos. Someone up there who drives a bus placed a camera, and I really enjoy watching those. Now we're going to turn right on Davis Chapel Road right here. For you all from this area, you're familiar with this road. The reason I tell you the road, if I was watching this video and I was not familiar, even if I lived around here and I was not familiar with this road, I would not have a clue as to where, if it was you, where you were. And full disclosure, this is my second try on this voiceover because I even got confused where I was at. So I made some mental and written notes until I could keep you up to date where we're at. So we're on the Davis Chapel Road. I did this video on the 25th of June, 2014, which was yesterday. The weather, well, look at the clouds. But it looks that way most of the time in Campbell County. When you stop and think about it, occasionally we have some extreme weather, but it's rare. Most of the time we have just beautiful weather here in Campbell County in East Tennessee. I don't know if it has to do with the valley, and we're kind of protected by Caryville Mountain and Cumberland Mountain. We just turned left on Camp Ridge Road. If you know anybody that lives out there on Camp Ridge, I have my camera on the driver's side of the rear view mirror. Some guys in a John Deere tractor up there. I'm going to take you on a road that you probably have never been on. You could spend a lifetime in Campbell County and never cover all the roads, especially a road that I'm going to take you on. I used to walk up this road when I was a young boy, but I haven't, in latter years, I haven't been on this road that many times. Not this road. This is Camp Ridge. I've been on this. In fact, I'm on this road all the time. But the road I'm going to take you on is you probably have never been on that road. Eventually we'll come up to a stop sign, and that will be the Long Hollow Road or Cedar Creek Road. Some people call it both names. And then we'll cross that road, and I'm going to take you on Cave Springs Road. It's just, you go on to Cave Springs Road just across Cedar Creek Road or Long Hollow Road. We're coming down Camp Ridge. Look at those clouds. This GoPro camera amazes me. The quality of the video see, I've got some if I sound like I'm confused, it's probably because I am. I just noticed I had some audio there that I needed to delete. Okay, we're crossing, we're briefly on Long Hollow Road, and then I cut right up Cave Springs Road. This is a narrow road that goes all the way up to the Pleasant Ridge Road. That's where we're going. These voiceovers are kind of informal. That's the only way that I know to do them. And what I was deleting, yesterday I did a voiceover and I listened to it, and I decided that I wanted to redo it. What I'm doing is watching the playback in an editor that I use to edit my videos, and I'm doing the audio into a program that I have that captures audio, if you're interested in stuff like that. It gives me the capability of pulling several tracks up into the editor. Let me see what it's called. Let me hit the help. Exactly what it's called. It's called Movie Studio Platinum version 12. It's a Sony product. If you're considering getting an editor for your videos, I highly recommend this software. The problem is the learning curve can be a little more strenuous than some of the other video editing software. But the power of this software, and this is a cut down version. There is a professional version of this. It sells for, I don't know, hundreds of dollars. You can find this one on the market for less than $100. And for a hobbyist like myself, it's plenty powerful enough to do all you need to do. We're still on Cave Springs Road. I'm sure it's Cave Springs Road all the way up to the Pleasant Ridge Road. If it's not, that's the only thing I know to call it. I went on Google Maps and did a little research and made some notes until I could tell you where we were at. It's pretty back in here. Campbell County is a beautiful place. Sometimes we see it so often that we fail to look at it and see it just as it is. sometimes I'll be driving up the valley and I'll look at the mountains and I'll try to look at those mountains like I've never seen them before. And they are spectacular. Now we just came on to Pleasant Ridge Road. I've mentioned before about these road videos. I enjoy doing them. Excuse me. I enjoy doing them, and I also enjoy watching them. I go on YouTube and search for different places. What I'll usually do is pick a country. Here lately I've been in Finland and Norway by YouTube, and you can always find people like myself who just put a camera on their automobile and turn it on. I've found that that's the best way to see a country that you've never been to. I've never been to Finland. I've never been to Norway. Especially northern Norway. I really enjoy watching, especially now that high-definition video is so prevalent. You take this little GoPro that I'm using, that thing is so small. When I see the quality of the video, the audio is no good, but the video that it captures, it just amazes me how technology has progressed, especially since I've been on YouTube. I came on YouTube in 2006. And I purchased a little camcorder. I think I paid $19.95 for it. At that time, YouTube could only serve a certain quality of video, but now they are the leader in streaming video. And if you can put the quality out there, if you can capture the quality, excuse me. If you can capture the quality and upload it, they can serve it for you. But anyway, these videos are fairly easy to do. There's not a lot of editing. Of course, I'm doing a voiceover with a separate piece of software. I'm not using my editor for the audio. Of course, I'm placing, well, let's see if I can explain how I'm doing this. I'm doing my audio through a program which will create an audio file. I'm watching the video and coordinating what I'm saying with the video. And then what I'll do is I'll copy that audio file over into this editor and bring them together and use it as a voiceover. I probably will not be able to tell you some roads because going down Pleasant Ridge Road, there's one place, it's a one-way coming toward us, and if you're going the direction I'm going, you got to cut right. But most of you all will know where I'm at. I don't know what road that is that we just turned on. It's one of the streets. We're going to turn right and go over to back over to the Long Hollow Road or Cumberland Avenue. I don't know if that's Virginia and this is Kentucky, or if this is Virginia Avenue. It's really immaterial what it is. You know where I'm at. And if you're not from this area, it wouldn't make any difference anyway. My mother and dad lived in that little white house the year I was married in 1962. We just turned on the Long Hollow Road. All choked up this morning. I'm going to call it Cumberland Avenue because that's the old Walker's store. I used to live in this area. I lived in 3 separate places before I went in the military. In fact, when I went into the United States Air Force, I lived right behind that Walker's store. And my wife lived on the corner, so we lived a block away from each other. And when I came back from the military the first time, I got out in 1960, and Pat and I were married in 1962. So this is, I also lived over in Linden Park, which is just about a mile back over across the creek. We used to walk across the creek and come over to Hudson's Grocery. That's the Indiana Avenue Baptist Church. My wife grew up in that church, and I think her grandmother was, I think she drove the first nail that was when they constructed the new portion or something anyway. I think she drove the first nail. We came up to a stop sign, which is Beach Street. That's the old H.Y. Woodson building there. I think it's H.Y. Woodson. Had a kind of a flea market in there. We just crossed Cumberland Avenue. To your right, as you look at the screen, that's the old Hack's Bargain Barn. Across the street, you're going to see the house in the rearview mirror, which is the LaFollette home, or the LaFollette house. We're coming up on Central Avenue, the stop sign. We're going to turn left. I'm on my way to the gas station to fill this truck up, which is a shockaroo. This truck uses a lot of gas. That's why I don't drive it that much. You'll get a good view of LaFollette. If you've watched most of my YouTube videos, you've seen a lot of this before, but you're going to see it from a different perspective, the way I have my camera mounted on my rearview mirror. This is Central Avenue. That's Community Trust Bank on one side, People's Bank on the other side. The guy pulling the trailer there, he was behind me, and then he went another direction. I think he did, and he's behind me again. When I do these videos, I always wonder if anybody happens in on YouTube and sees their automobile going down the road. I'm sure someone watching one of these videos at times probably sees someone that they know as they go down the road by me or behind me or in front of me. It's a Sonic drive-in over there to my left and to your right. I can't say enough about the quality of GoPro. I was just noticing, or I was not noticing, I was watching the Fox Business News, and they had the guy that created the company GoPro. I think he just went public. His stock is selling for like $24 a share. It could be a good buy. The only problem that I see, he may have some patent rights on some of this stuff, but I cannot see anything that will prevent some of the people like JVC or Sony from creating something similar which would give him some competition. And if that happens, I'm not sure that that stock is worth what they're selling it for. It's probably worth that now, but that's just my opinion. I wish I had purchased some Google stock years ago. You talk about an investment that returned big bucks. Google did. Anyway, they interviewed the guy. His last name is Woodman. He's a young fellow who was an entrepreneur that saw a need for an action camera like GoPro, and right now it's the best thing you can buy. It's not, if you're going to do sound, don't buy a GoPro, because especially if you put it in the waterproof container. If it was raining, I could have that GoPro out there, no problems. And it comes with a waterproof housing. You can take it out of that housing. But when it's in the housing, you can't get any sound. But it was developed for action stuff anyway. It really wasn't developed for sound, but if you can, the way I do, I have a little small pocket Sony that I put in my pocket, and I can turn that thing on, and the sound quality is just great. And that's the way I do it. Drinking some water there. This truck does not have air conditioning. I've got those sliding glass windows in the back open, and as you can see, I've got this window down, so it's tolerable. I'm getting ready to pull into Murphy to fill this thing up. I hear a lawnmower outside. I purchase most of my gasoline at this station. I forgot to check how much it was a gallon. I know it's on its way up. At pump number 13. 13's not an unlucky number. I was married on Friday the 13th, so, you know, it's lasted 52 years, so I guess the 13th doesn't mean that much. And when you're filling this truck up, the gas fumes are just, I don't know why. I always walk away because the gas fumes are unbearable when you fuel this thing up. I don't know if it doesn't have a ventilation pipe or what it is. You can see me getting away from it there. And I think I end this thing. Yeah, bye. Talk to you later.